It can be beneficial to predefine meeting templates so that they can easily be used as needed in RAYVN. For example, creating a meeting template for the first meeting that is to be held in a critical event. The template can be filled with important themes to discuss and areas to focus on and what should be prioritized. Other meetings could be status meetings during the event and evaluation meetings after the event has ended. To create a new meeting template, click New Meeting Template in the account settings. Then we'll start at the top of the form and fill it out with the necessary information. The first thing that we have to do is give the template a name. In this case, we'll call it Status Meeting. And then we'll define a few agenda items. These are the topics that we want to discuss during the meeting. Write down the name of each agenda item and click Add or press Enter. When we've created an agenda item, we can open it up by clicking on the arrow on the right side of the item. Each agenda item has its own dedicated text box, and this text box will be available during the actual meeting as well. And if we want to, we can predefine some text that is to appear in this box. This can be helpful if we, for example, need to specify important information that needs to be discussed. Now that we have our agenda items, we can move on to a section called Focus. In RAYVN, you can define areas of focus that will be visible to all users during the ongoing log in the meeting summary. Focus can be set as a reminder for users to focus on certain areas or tasks. We can choose to set focus in the meeting template, and that can also be changed later if needed. This is not a mandatory step. It's important to remember that this is a template and a place to start. If the situation changes and you find that the focus areas defined in the template aren't relevant for the situation that you're in, you can of course change this at any time during the meeting and add new focus areas if necessary. We'll add a focus area for now to show an example. The next section we'll see is the current status section. In RAYVN, you can create a status board with important information that is easily accessible. A status board will look the same for all users, and anything posted on the status board will be visible to all users. This can help us keep a good common situational awareness. As with Focus, this can be changed for any log or event, but as a template, we can predefine status sections that we think can be appropriate for the situation that we're imagining. By predefining some current status sections, we'll also potentially save more time and remind users of things that are easily missed in a critical event. We'll now add some status sections that we want to include in the meeting. The last thing we'll add is tasks. It's important that we're going to be able to separate the differences between a log template and a meeting template. In a log template, we often create specific tasks for a specific situation. Meetings could be more general and to be used in any log, regardless of what situation you're handling. Tasks that naturally follow a meeting can, for example, be to send out a meeting summary or give a report to another unit. Tasks such as these would be natural to add to a meeting template as a reminder to do these tasks. As soon as the meeting is activated, we'll also see that the tasks end up in the tasks section of the log. Let's now add a task to this meeting template. We've now completed our meeting template, and we can scroll up and click Save to save it. The finished template shows up on the left side of the screen, and we now need to publish it to make it available to use in a log. When we need to use our meeting template, we can find it in the list of templates in the meeting section of a log. As soon as you click on the template, the meeting is activated, and you'll see all your predefined information included in the meeting. In RAYVN, you can also create report templates that can be used during any ongoing log. We'll be able to use these, fill them with necessary information, and send them out to any who might need them. Reports created in RAYVN will be published in the log feed after they've been finalized, and they will be available for all users in the log. Additionally, you can also download the report as a PDF file. Now we're going to look at how to create a report template. We start by selecting New Report Template and fill in the form. First, you have to give your template a name. Let's call this template Status Report. In the next section, we can fill in details, a description of the report, or other additional information that we want to include in the report. The next section we'll look at is called sections. This is where we put the headers of the report when we fill it out later. We'll fill it with a name for the first section and press Enter or click Add Section. Each section will have its own text box where we can add notes or information. All this text will be included in the report when we activate the template. We've now created a section in our template, and we can create as many as we want. When you've added all the necessary section with predefined text in the text boxes, you can scroll up and click Save. The template is now completed, but you have to publish it to make it available to use. Now let's take a look at how we can use this report template. As soon as your template has been saved in the account settings, it will be available to use. Go to the report section of any active log and click on New Report. We now find our template. Click on the template to start filling the report with relevant information. Here you can see you can add text in the existing sections, and you can add more information if needed. You'll also be able to attach items from the log, like log entries, tasks, current status section, and resources. Select the items that you want and click Attach to add it to your report. If you've created previous reports, you can also attach information from these as well. You can leave your working report at any time and come back to it without having to save in between. RAYVN saves your progress so that you can pick it up again at any time. Once you've completed your report, click Finalize to complete the report and create a downloadable PDF file of the report. Once you click Finalize, you can no longer edit the report. The final report will be uploaded as a log entry in the log, and you'll be able to share it with anyone who might need it. You'll also be able to download the report and send out the file to anyone you want. In RAYVN, you can send out SMS or emails during an active incident from a log. To save time, it might be a good idea to create message template so that you'll have well-formulated drafts that are available whenever you need them. To create a message template, click New Message Template and fill in the form. First, we'll give the message template a name. Then we can add a description if we want. This is not mandatory, but it can help us keep track of how the message template is supposed to be used or which scenario the message template is meant for. Then we'll fill in the main text that is going to be sent. In the text box, we will fill in the message, and a preview will appear on the right side of the screen. The preview only shows how the message will appear on SMS on the recipient's device. And although the preview only shows an SMS preview, you can still be able to use the same template for emails as well. When you've completed the template, press Save. Then we'll have to publish the template to make it available. We've now created our first message template. From here, you can create as many message templates as you need. To use the message template, go to the active log that you want to send a message from. Click on the message button that looks like a paper airplane at the top right side of the screen. Select your recipients and then select the message template that you want to use. As soon as you select the template you want to use, the text will appear in the text box and a preview will show up on the right side of the screen, showing us how the message will look on the recipient's device. We can now make any necessary changes and select whether we want this message to be sent as an email, SMS, or both. Lastly, click Send Message. You'll be able to see the status of the sent messages in the log feed.